Boating 52. How are you, folks? Today I am taking my 2018 Ultra Limited Big Mama to get her 1,000 mile service at 1,142, and yes, I'm taking it to the dealer. But should I? Stay tuned. We'll talk about it. Okay, folks, so the question of the day is, boating, why are you taking your motorcycle to a dealership for the 1,000-mile checkup, 1,000-mile service, when you could do it yourself? So I know there are varying opinions on, are you just wasting money doing that? And I don't like wasting money. That is for darn sure. I'd like to spend it in other ways. So, here's my thoughts. And let me start by saying, a friend of ours, Jim, and I had a conversation the other day via text about doing this on my own. And, you know, one of the things he said was, hey, bring it down, I'll show you. I'll show you how to do it. You won't believe how easy it is. Just go get a Harley filter. I'm like, all right, cool, brother. And I said, I get it. So here's what I want to talk about. So I would tell you, on the mechanic scale of 1 to 10, I am about, let's call me a 7. 6.5 or a 7. Okay? The folks are out today. I think people would be working. Anyway, I guess I'm not, so, you know, you spend a lot of money on a machine. It's under warranty. I believe my warranty period is 2 years. And the first concern was, boy, if I do service on my own, is that going to void the warranty? And I know the answer to that is no. Right? So, and I guess if you use all Harley parts, etc., etc., not positive on that, but I think that's how it works. And then it's the, can you do it? Yeah, you know, I can change the 3 fluids. You know, you watch YouTube videos on it, and then you also watch some videos on what a full service is at Harley. And I don't believe that this 1,000 mile is a full service. So I think they're changing the 3 fluids, checking specs, adjusting the clutch, etc., etc. And then the full service is, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000. I don't know, to be honest with you. So it is my opinion that the first service, I'd really like the dealer to do it, just to make sure everything's in spec, everything's all tightened up, and that I'm good to go. Got a lot of trips planned this summer, and I just want to make sure everything is right. And I am going to take my buddy Jim up on his offer as we get to the 5,000 mile service to stop at his place, and we do it together. He's a mechanic, works for the Postal Service, I believe. Super good guy. He is also the president of the West Virginia HOG Chapter, and that chapter is right up here. I will also leave a description, a link in the description for you, so check that out. But I'm going to take him up on that, because I do want to see and compare what him and I would do with the bike to what the dealer would do. So that's question number one is, what do you do? Do you do the initial service? I know a lot of folks that are YouTubers or that follow us do a lot of the work themselves. D-Best 1A. I know plenty of folks that do that. And I admire that, and I do not have those skills, those deep skills. So I want to be, careful and make sure I do the right things. So question number one is, do you do your own service on your motorcycle? And if so, did you do that from the get-go, even when it was in warranty? And God knows how much money you've saved. So when I was at the dealer setting up this appointment, they told me, I asked how much the service is, and they said it is $275. I have a Milwaukee 8 2018 Ultra Limited. And number felt okay. Honestly, it didn't seem like it was super high. Now, I understand that the 5,000 service is going to be more because they do more things to the motorcycle or more checks. And of course, they called me up just to confirm, right? And said, hey, do you want synthetic in the bike? Now, I'm sure there's going to be a million people that says you don't need synthetic. And a million people are going to say, I like synthetic. I am a synthetic guy. I do put it in my own vehicles at home. I do have a company F-150 that the company also puts synthetic in. And I said, how much more is it? And he says, well, instead of $275, it's $300. In my research, it sounded like it was going to go way up, and I'm like, yeah, that will be fine. So I am looking for your feedback on synthetic or not as well. And I'm really interested to see a couple things. One is, what do they do on the, and why is this guy pulling up so I'm in his blind spot? We'll fix that. What do they do on that 1,000 miles other than the 3 fluids? So I'm going to show you that, run down the costs, just so you know what it is, and then you can make your own decision if you're trying to decide. Alrighty, folks, here we are at Newcastle Harley Davidson. It's time for service. Back with you, folks. 1,000 mile service completed on Big Mama. 1,167 miles actually. So my take, while I'm going over one of my favorite bridges, first of all, let's start with the paperwork. Check this out.
But 1K service, Syn 3 oil, chrome oil filter. So the gasket service was $5, the oil filter super premium $15, the synthetic oil $12.95 times 7. I thought the bike only handled 5. That was $90. And then the service was 2 hours at $85 or $170, right? So the total 308 or 306.70.
Okay, as you can see, not really a whole lot there, is there? So let me tell you my impressions, because my impressions on my way to getting the service was, this is a great idea. I think I should do this. And maybe that's changed, and here's why. First of all, I would tell you that the experience at Newcastle Harley was positive. Mechanics, service supervisor, everybody was great. I actually didn't purchase anything when I was there, which is great because it cost plenty of money to get this done. So as you could tell on the bill, it cost me roughly $308, $3,738, something like that, $308. So I had the conversation with the guy and just said, and he was telling me about, you know, they upgraded the ECM and the radio, and while they had it, and I had already got the clutch recall done, so I was okay there. And I was looking at the receipt with him, and I said, "So okay, you changed all the fluids, and what else is it you guys do?" And he says, "Well, you know, the ECM upgrade that I just told you, and we just tighten things to spec, torque things up." So I don't believe the guy's lying to me at all, right? I'm sure that's what they do. But honest to God, $308 now seems like a lot of money when I find out what they really did. But boy, I'll tell you what, I am not leaving feeling like I shouldn't have done that myself. So my recommendation would be just to think through that, because had it been again, I would have not gotten the 1,000 mile service done by Harley Service. Now, if me doing it myself, or it causes any problems with the warranty, then I'm okay with it, because I don't want to screw up my warranty. We pay a lot for our motorcycles, and but I'll tell you what, that is my take. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I am looking to do a video on the top 5 reasons that I love my 2018 Ultra Limited. Look for that in the next week or two. But for a 1,000 mile service, I suggest do it yourself. Thanks everybody for looking in on us, and I definitely appreciate you. Hope you ride safe. Make sure to maintain your motorcycle, and we will talk to you soon. Be safe on and off that motorcycle. Bye-bye.